is obesity contributing to the devastating impact COVID is having on our Black and brown communities? Dr. Sneed, you go first.
Absolutely. I would definitely agree with that. We've known for a long time that people that fall into the obese or overweight category generally will wind up producing some type of vascular inflammatory proteins. And if you become infected with the actual virus, then it tends to rev up those proteins, making that person more at risk for bad outcomes or even death. So I definitely would agree that should be considered a significant risk factor.
And Dr. Fisher, what are your thoughts?
My thoughts are that patients with obesity also tend to be at risk for diabetes, high blood pressure. Many have asthma, which we know are also comorbidities, which worsen the outcomes with COVID 19. And so it comes as no surprise that obesity has been linked to poor outcomes in COVID 19.
Now, an article by the Washington Post released citing a religious debate over the morality of the vaccines, especially the new J&J shot because it's made with abortion-derived cells. One bishop calling the vaccine morally compromised and forbidden. Is this factor leading to vaccine hesitancy in certain communities? And if so, how will we achieve herd immunity? Dr. Fisher, we'll start with you.
Well, I'm certainly sad to hear that because there are no fetal products in the Johnson & Johnson vaccine. And so that's certainly a myth that needs to be debunked. But it is frustrating because we look to bishops and faith leaders as people who we were hoping to help us to get communities to get vaccinated, especially underserved communities or communities having challenges with vaccine acceptance. I believe that as long as we keep presenting the facts, the evidence, the science, that people as a rule are quite bright and they can see through a lot of myths. So while for people who are following whichever faith leaders have said this unfortunate myth, it may slow them down as far as them having vaccine acceptance. But the truth of the matter is that there are no fetal products in Johnson & Johnson. It's an excellent vaccine with one shot. After your immunity kicks in, you have a 100% chance of not dying from COVID 19 and not having severe hospitalizations.
So if someone goes to their doctor's office, should they have a preference as to what vaccine they should ask for or whatever is available to them?
Definitely whatever is available to them at the time that they go in. We have to keep in mind that right now the actual virus does not care about whether or not you're looking for the Johnson & Johnson product, the Pfizer product, or the Moderna product. It will infect any and everybody that it can, and we need to get protection against it right now. So we should not have a preference. Get a needle in the arm and get protected.